Everybody comfortable? Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari अभिषेकम की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंद। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण परान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। प्लीज रिपीट आफ्टर मी। अंदर गट्टिगा रिपीट చేయండి। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपः कुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरद्विषे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे हुकुम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्री परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम अपवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षः सः अभ्याभ्यन्तरं श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। You keep a mridanga somewhere else. Everybody can see? Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 7th chapter, verse number 33. Right. Some can come here also. There is a lot of space here. This side. Please try to repeat after me. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 7th chapter, 33rd verse. तथा असाध्य तरस दारुणं गौतमी सुतं प्रबंध मर्ष ताम्रक्ष बबन्धामाक्ष ताम्रक्ष पशुं रसन्य यथा पशुं रसनया यथा तथा आसाध्य तरस दारुणं गौतमी सुतं बबन्धमर्ष ताम्रक्ष पशुं रसनया यथा. Repeat after me. Tatha. Thereupon. Asadhya. Arrested. Tarasha. Dexterously. Darunam. Dangerous. Gautami Sutam. The son of Gautami. Babandha. Bound up. Amarsha. Angry. Tamra Aksha. With coppered red eyes. Pashun. Animal. Rasanaya. By ropes. Yatha. As it were. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Please repeat after me. Arjuna, his eyes blazing in anger. Like two red balls of copper. How do you spell this? Dexterously. Arrested. The son of Gautami. And bound him. With ropes. Like an animal. Hare Krishna. Purport. Ashwadhama's mother Kripi was born in the family of Gautama. The significant point in this sloka is that Ashwadhama was caught and bound up with ropes like an animal. According to Sridhar Swami, Arjuna was obliged to catch the son of Brahmana like an animal as a part of his duty dharma. This suggestion by Sridhar Swami is also confirmed in the later statement of Sri Krishna. Ashwadhama was a bona fide son of Dronacharya and Kripi, but because he had degraded himself to a lower status of life, it was proper to treat him as an animal, not as a Brahmana. Hare Krishna. So you might be wondering, why did I choose this verse on such an auspicious day? Somebody being bounded with ropes. I'll tell you. So, yeah. That's verse number 33, right? Yes. Let's read a few more verses after this and then we'll briefly discuss and we'll go for breakfast prasad. So, 33rd verse says, Arjuna, his eyes blazing in anger like two red balls of copper, recklessly arrested the son of Gautami and bound him with ropes like an animal. I'll just read a few more translations. After binding Ashwadhama, Arjuna wanted to take him to the military camp. The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, looking on with his lotus eyes, spoke to Arjuna in an angry mood. Okay. You can tell in angry mood.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Lord Sri Krishna said, O Arjuna, you should not show mercy by releasing this relative of Brahma Bandhu, for he has killed innocent boys in their sleep.
What did Lord Krishna say?
You should not show mercy.
Don't show mercy. Kill this fellow. There is no discussion. Kill him.
A person who knows the principles of religion does not kill an enemy who is careless, intoxicated, insane, asleep, afraid, or devoid of his chariot. Nor does he kill a boy, a woman, a foolish creature, or a surrendered soul.
Right? Next. Krishna is speaking here. Yeah.
A cruel and wretched person who maintains his existence at the cost of others' lives deserves to be killed for his own well-being. Otherwise, he will go down by his own actions.
Right.
Furthermore, I have personally heard you promise Draupadi that you would bring forth the head of the killer of her sons.
This man is assassin and murderer of your own family members. Not only that, but he has also dissatisfied his master. He is what the one remnants of his family. Kill him immediately.
Sutta Goswami said,
Although Krishna, who was examining Arjuna in religion, encouraged Arjuna to kill the son of Dronacharya, Arjuna, a great soul, did not like the idea of killing him. Although Ashwatthama was a heinous murderer of Arjuna's family members.
After reaching his own camp, Arjuna, along with his dear friend and charioteer Sri Krishna, entrusted the murderer unto his dear wife, who was lamenting for her murdered sons.
Sri Sutta Goswami said, Draupadi then saw Ashwatthama, who was bound with ropes like an animal and silent for having enacted the most inglorious murder. Due to her female nature and due to her being naturally good and well behaved, she showed him respects as a Brahmana.
There are other people, there's no place. You can sit on the steps also. Please come closer. More fun. Mother, please.
This hall can fit at least 200 people.
Hare Krishna. She could not tolerate Ashwatthama's being bound by ropes and being a devoted lady. She said, release him, for he is a Brahmana, our spiritual master.
It was by Dronacharya's mercy that you learned the military art of throwing arrows and the confidential art of controlling weapons.
Can you go on the steps? Youngsters can go on the steps.
He, Dronacharya, is certainly still existing, being represented by his son. His wife Kripi did not undergo a sati with him because she had a son.
Okay. You can give, you can read one more.
Text 46. O most fortunate one who know the principles of religion, it is not good for you to cause grief to glorious family members who are always respectable and worshipful.
Mataji can read, quickly. Hare Krishna, Mataji, can you pass on the mic? Yes, of course,
47.
Yeah.
My lord, do not make the wife of Dronacharya cry like me. I am aggrieved for the death of my sons. She need not cry constantly like me.
If the kingly administrative order, being unrestricted in sense control, offends the Brahmana order and enrages them, then the fire of that rage burns up the whole body of the royal family and brings grief upon them all.
Sutta Goswami said, O Brahmanas, King Yudhishthira fully supported the statements of the queen, which were in accordance with the principles of religion and were justified, glorious, full of mercy and equity, and without duplicity.
Nakula and Sahadeva, the younger brothers of the king.
Mataji, keep it close, keep it close.
Nakula and Sahadeva, and also Satyaki Arjuna, the personality of Godhead Lord Sri Krishna, son of Devaki, and the ladies and others all unanimously agreed with the king. Unanimously. Agreed with the king.
Yeah, read the next. This one, read it louder. Kopanga.
Bhima, however, angrily disagreed with them and recommended killing this culprit who had murdered sleeping children for no purpose and for neither his nor his master's interest.
Yeah, ask me.
Chaturbuja, the four-armed one. Chaturbuja, the four-armed one, or the personality of Godhead, after hearing the words of Bhima, Draupadi and others, saw the face of his dear friend Arjuna and he began to speak as if smiling.
The personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna said, a friend of a Brahmana is not to be killed, but if he is an aggressor, he must be killed. All these rulings are in the scriptures and you should act accordingly. You have to Fulfill your promise to your wife, and you must also act to the satisfaction of Bhimasena and me.
Yes, text 55.
Sutta Goswami said,
Keep it close now.
Sutta Goswami said, just then Arjuna could understand the motive of the Lord by his equivocal orders, and thus with his sword he severed both hair and jewel from the head of Aswathama.
You can give it. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So it's coming in the first canto, 7th chapter. Right? I was hearing this lecture from His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, which Prabhupada gave, I think, in Vrindavan, on these verses. There's something very special that I felt we all should learn from Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, if you see the words of Krishna, if I go back, to the words of Krishna, tell me, was it clear or no? Yeah. Repeat after me. This man is an assassin and murderer of your own family members. Not only that, but he has also dissatisfied his master. He is but the burnt remnants of his family. Kill him immediately. Krishna is very clear, right? Now, if you see Bhagavad Gita, I don't know how many of you have finished reading Bhagavad Gita or are in the process of learning Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna also gave reasons, right? He said, I am not going to do the war. I will not do the war. And what were the reasons he gave? He told, I don't want to kill my guru and my elders, and I don't want to commit sin. Whom will I enjoy with after I kill them? Right? What about the family traditions? And I'm confused, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. Because of these 5 reasons, I will not go ahead and do. And Krishna told the whole Bhagavad Gita after that. 18 chapters he spoke to tell Bhaiya, I don't want you to think, execute. Sarva dharman parityaja. Khatam, execute, I'm telling you. But again, God comes back to his devotee as a very merciful spiritual master and says that, now that I've told whole Bhagavad Gita, you decide. Right? He still gives that discretion. Now, after Bhagavad Gita is over, after 18 days of war is over, this is practically the 18th day, Ashwadhama does the most horrible thing which nobody would do, even in today's day and time. And though he was born to Brahaspati Sishya, or not Brahaspati Sishya, Bharadwaja Sutta, Dronacharya, and his son being Ashwadhama, what did he do? He went and killed Pandava's 5 sons when they were sleeping. Right? And that's what Krishna says, that, what kind of a nonsensical person is he? Right? He says a person who knows the principles of religion does not kill an enemy who is careless, intoxicated, insane, asleep. He's saying, when he's asleep, when they are asleep, afraid or devoid of his chariot, nor does he kill a boy, a woman, a foolish creature, or a surrendered. So it's like, Krishna is giving so many reasons. Before he says, go ahead and kill, immediately kill him, he's giving so many reasons. Now, after giving so many reasons, one should act, right? Mardo, Khatam, he's very clear. He's telling, finish him. He doesn't deserve to live. There is no discussion here. But what does Arjuna do? He says, no, I'm not going to kill him. Right? Now, if you see, whole Bhagavad Gita was spoken to convince him that he should do what God is saying. Now, here also Krishna is saying, do. And this is not the first time where Arjuna is thinking whether he should do or not. When in the beginning of the war, he thought whether he should do or not. And then when it came to bringing down Bhishma, he said, no, this way I will not do. I will not keep Shikandi and shoot my arrows. And then Krishna had to intervene. Do. I'm telling you, do. Right? And then when it came to Drona, Drona was killed on the battlefield by Dushtadunya. And after Dushtadunya killed him, he went to kill Dushtadunya. How dare you kill my guru in this way? When he was doing meditation. I know, his son was not killed. We pretended that his son is killed. We did all the things. Krishna, you made us do all these things, but how can Draupadi's brother go and kill my guru like this? I'm going to kill this fellow. And again Krishna says, stop. You cannot do that. Right? And then one after the other, Karna, his chariot wheel was fixed and he can't move his chariot. And at that time Krishna says, shoot this fellow. Arjuna, Krishna, he's standing down. He doesn't have weapons in his hand. He cannot fight right now. Does it match with anybody devoid of his chariot? Can you see that? Afraid or devoid of his chariot. Krishna himself is saying, you should not kill anybody devoid of his chariot. Bolo Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki. This is the specialty of Krishna. Ramchandra Bhagavan, all these things will not be there. Shoot, finish. Right? Hey Raman, you took my wife, you're done. Finish. There is no discussion. But Krishna, at one time is saying, devoid of his chariot, he killed your sons, killed that fellow. Another time, at the time of Arjuna, at the time of Karna, he is saying, devoid of his chariot, kill him right now. Just imagine Arjuna, kind of instructions is getting from Krishna. And then finally, even Duryodhan, when Duryodhan had to be killed, right? He was not in a position to be killed because he got this boon from his mother's tapasya that his entire body became like metal. He can't be killed. What did Krishna say? Go against the dharma of Gada Yuddha. Beat him on his thighs below his abdomen. That you should not go below the abdomen in Gada Yuddha. Beat him on his thighs. Right? And Bhima is like, yeah, Bhima, you are supposed to. You only told you are going to break his thighs. When are you going to break? After he dies, you will break his thighs. Break it now. Bhima is like, yeah, I'll do that. Krishna, you gave the order. And Balram comes, the Supreme Personality Godhead. The same Gaur Nitai is coming there and, Krishna, what kind of thing is this? I'll kill this Bhima now. He has gone against the dharma. And Krishna says, what against the dharma? I asked him to do. Sarva Dharman Pariteja. I asked him to do. He did it. And what do you think he should not? He deserves to be done like that. Krishna. So Prabhuji and Mataji, following dharma is not that easy. If you sit down and try to understand what is right, what is wrong, should it be done, should it not be done. I think I read in the Bhagavatam it should be like this. I think I read in the Bhagavad Gita it is like this. Right? I think I read in some Purana it is like this. But he is doing like this. He is not doing like this. His devotee is doing like this. His non-devotee is doing like this. Spiritual people are doing like this. Materialistic people are doing like this. We can go all over the place. We can just get confused. Very easily, Dharma can confuse us as much as it can guide us. Right? So especially when we read verses like this, where Krishna is telling, kill that fellow, and Arjuna says, I will not. This is the first time actually in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says, I will not. In Bhagavatam. Everything else Arjuna followed. Even though he agreed or disagreed, he went ahead and did it. But here is one place where he says, no, I will not kill Ashwatthama. And why is he saying that he will not kill Ashwatthama? Because he's saying, see, we already killed his father, Drona, right? And his mother, Kripi, is a very nice mother. She was my Guru Mata. She took care of me. How can I make her helpless? Now if we kill his son also, Ashwatthama is also killed, who will take care of his mother? Right? Just think the heart of a devotee. Right? Arjuna's heart. Even though he has killed by now crores of people. How many? Crores. How many here have killed 100 people here? Anybody lift your hand? Anybody? Mataji? 1,000 people? No, let me reduce, na? 50 people? 50 మంది చంపిన ఇక్కడ. One person? No. It's not easy to make a decision to kill somebody, Prabhuji. It's not easy. It's a very difficult thing to do. And just imagine Arjuna, who was reluctant to do the war in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, went ahead and killed. He was directly or indirectly, he killed 11 Akshohinis of Sena. Of course, Bhima also killed, many others also killed. But Arjuna was one of the principal persons who was driving the army. He has killed so many people, but his heart is still like a butter. His heart is very, very humble. After doing all that, in spite of his own sons being killed, he is telling Krishna, I will not kill. Because my Guru Mata will not have anybody to take care of her. I just want her son to be alive. And even Draupadi, who ordered for killing Karna, who ordered for killing, what is that? Duryodhana, what is his brother's name? Dushasana. Right? I want that fellow to be killed and all that. And her own sons are killed by this Ashwatthama, and she says, let me pardon. Right? Inconceivable. Actually, it's inconceivable because a mother can take any amount of pain on herself. But if somebody does anything to her child, right? Can the mother take it? She becomes Bhadrakali. Yeah, it's the same nature even in human world or animal world or any species. If somebody goes and fiddles with the child of a mother, she will kill him. There is no discussion on that. A woman's power is much, much superior than a man's power. When she gets into that mood, then you can't stop. You can't stop. Man, you can divert him a little here and there. But woman, if something happens to her children, especially her children, she's not going to tolerate that. And that woman, Divya Janma Draupadi, that person who has been insulted, abused, raped in that assembly, right, by these people, and Ashwatthama was very much present there. He is already a culprit who allowed that to happen. And now he has killed her 5 children in sleep. Not even like when they did a war. Literally in the sleep he killed him. And in that much agony, and Arjuna told, I'm going to get that fellow's head. Right? That's what he told. But he brought him there and he decided not to kill. Not to cut his head. And then Draupadi is telling, pardon him. Because, again, in heart of heart, Draupadi is a devotee. And she is experiencing the pain of losing a son or sons. Right? And Krishna, and Kripi is also a mother. She immediately told, what happened with me, for whatever reason it has happened, whatever way it has happened, I don't want it to happen to anybody else. Pardon. Because Kripi needs Ashwatthama. See, in such a battle of Kurukshetra where so many people are being killed and big lessons and discussions on Dharma happening, the greatest scripture that was ever revealed on this planet, Bhagavad Gita, was spoken, Kurukshetra. In that place also there is an important for sentiments. Right? And Krishna acknowledges that. But Krishna doesn't acknowledge that easy because it likes to test his devotee. He goes further down. If you see the 50th, 54th sloka, something like that, Krishna is telling, hey, he should be killed to please me and to please Bhima also. Because Bhima is one person who is not sentimental. He'll kill the mental. There is no discussion. You are mental, you are dead. Right? So Bhima is like that. His nature is like that. Of course, he is also a devotee. But Bhima decides to say that, why he is not being killed. And Krishna says, hey, please me and Bhima also. Just imagine the discussion there, in that room. Right? Just imagine one person say, I am Ashwatthama. We all are discussing whether to kill me or not. What is my position? One person is saying, kill. One person is saying, abhi maro. No, baad mein marte. Ashwatthama is perplexed. Ashwatthama is there, is thinking, hey, what is going on here? Is somebody going to finish me? Is today my last day, last working day? Right? What is, right? Aaj hone wala mera, yeah, what is going to happen? And Krishna says, kill him. Again Krishna says, kill him. Right? And finally Arjuna kills him. How does he kill him?
By cutting the hair and that.
By insulting him. For a person who is respected, disrespect is worse than death. Those are all the words of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Right? So he says, okay, you only told another way to kill. I'm still following your instruction. He cuts his shika, he cuts his, removes the money on which he's so proud about, and he says he's dead. He's equal to dead. Worse than dead. Right? You make somebody completely incompetent to do anything, that is worse than death. What to kill? Killing is what? 2 minutes. Slice the head, thoda blood will come, he is gone. But a person who has to live with that wound of insult throughout his life and to remember all the sins that he has done is worse than death. But still, he is still alive, so he can take care of his mother. Right? Arjuna explains like that. Let's see the purport of shloka number 40. Let us see what Prabhupada is saying. Arjuna was a great, please everybody here is attentive. Arjuna was a great soul, undoubtedly. I'll request Prabhupada to read it.
Arjuna was a great soul, undoubtedly, which is proved here also. He is encouraged herein personally by the Lord to kill the son of Drona, but Arjuna considers that the son of his great teacher should be spared, for he happens to be the son of Dronacharya, even though he is unworthy son, having done all sorts of heinous acts whimsically for no one's benefit. Lord Sri Krishna encouraged Arjuna outwardly just to test Arjuna's sense of duty. It is not that Arjuna was incomplete in the sense of his duty, nor was Lord Sri Krishna unaware of Arjuna's sense of duty. But Lord Sri Krishna puts to test many of his pure devotees just to magnify the sense of duty. The gopis were put to such test as well. Prahlad Maharaj was also put to such a test. All pure devotees come out successful in the respective test by the Lord. Hari Bol.
Very well. So you all got the answer? Hare Krishna. That's why in our Gaudiya Vaishnava, Sampradaya, more than Krishna, we want to take shelter of Radharani. Because Radharani is not so complicated. She is very merciful. Serving Krishna is very difficult because he always tests, and especially tests his devotees. Why does he test his devotees? Because he wants to glorify his devotees. When we all come to devotional path, we should be ready for tests. And understand one thing. In some tests, Krishna is only telling you to do something, but he is waiting to see what will that fellow do. Right? What will he do? Right? He also wants to see how we are exercising our free will. God will never force us to do anything. We are not a religion where, if you don't follow, you'll go to hell. Right? If you don't follow, your head will be cut. Actually, those are not religions. In any religion, if they speak like, they're not even religion. They're brutal books written to murder humanity. That's all. There is no meaning in that. But in Sanatan Dharma, it's never like that. Right? God is giving the order and is waiting for his disciple to think what is right to do. And he's going to glorify him, saying that, see, this is my disciple. When I asked him to kill thousands and crores of people, he did that. But when I asked him to kill this person, he still wants to think what is wrong, what is right. He's not blindly following. Our Sanatana Dharma is not blindly following, but following with guidance and applying our intelligence also. Right? Especially as devotees. So we should learn from this episode in Mahabharata or Srimad Bhagavatam that Krishna wants us to think. And he is testing us. Of course, Krishna also doesn't want Ashwatthama to be killed. But he is testing. He wants and he doesn't want. He wants him to be punished, but at the same time he doesn't want, because he is the most merciful Krishna. There is nobody more merciful than Krishna. But at the same time, he gives that. He wants to glorify his devotee by not following his order to spare Ashwatthama. Right? That is the greatness of a guru. A guru likes his shishya to be more greater than him. And a guru considers his shishya to be his guru. That is the mood of Sampradaya. And that is what we have imbibed from Lord Krishna himself. Lord Krishna wants to glorify Arjuna. And how will we glorify? that he could take a better decision than what I told. You see the greatness of Krishna? Right? He knows. And by the way, doesn't Krishna know what Arjuna is going to do? When I heard this lecture, it's with the title The Heart of a Devotee. You can hear that from Srila Prabhupada. The Heart of a Devotee. And he spoke about this verse. He said that the heart of a devotee is already known to Krishna. But Krishna wants to glorify the devotee. Right? So he puts him in a situation, gives him an order and says, kill this fellow. And Arjuna says, no, I will not kill. And Krishna is very happy. Yes, this is the heart of a devotee. He is not doing this with a revenge. The war of Mahabharata is not a revengeful war. Remember that. It's a war for establishing dharma. Right? It's not like, oh, they have abused your wife, they have killed your children, go kill these fellows, your revenge. All our movies that we see are movies of revenge. There is no question of dharma there. Right? But dharma, that is what? Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. He has come to establish dharma at the beginning of Mahabharata war also. And which is why he spoke Bhagavad Gita. Because Arjuna, don't do this war in the mood of revenge. Don't lead this life, in some emotion. Lead this life with dharma. Understand dharma. That, what is that? Ahara nitra bhai maitram cha samana pashuvir naran dharmi hi eko adhiko vishesho dharme hi na. If you can't understand dharma, you're equal to an animal. You're equal to an animal. Understand dharma. And understand under the guidance of a guru. Very important. See, this is where guru comes. Right? When you read Shastra like this, you can go out and start debating on this. One place Krishna is telling like this, one place Krishna is telling like that, to the same person is telling like this, to the same person is telling like that. Let Krishna first figure out what does he want. Or some Patnaik or some, stupid author, somebody who has no guru, no guidance, will go ahead and take this and he'll write all kinds of interpretations on Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Right? How do you understand these complexities and perplexities of dharma? And that is why Shankaracharya said, don't go around analyzing Vedas. Instead, just say, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Mudavada. Because we can't understand Vedas. We can't understand all these different situations, different actions of God and reactions of the devotees and etc. We can't understand. Right? To understand, if you want to understand, then come to satsang. Don't listen to some stupid speakers in YouTube. No. Because they can't understand. Who can understand? When we come to the lotus feet of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is referring from all the great Sridhara Swami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He has done all the homework. Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya. He is bringing all the purports at one place and he is explaining Arjuna did this. And Krishna is very happy. Because Krishna was actually trying to test. Right? Krishna wants the disciple to win the test. Krishna wants none of the devotees to lose the test. Did Prahlad Maharaj win the test or lose the test? He won the test. But how many times, he was threatened to be killed? Many times. Today evening we are going to see Prahlad. I am very excited. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yeah. Please take your families also. మీ బంధువులని మిత్రులని అందరినీ గుంజుకొని తీసుకుపోయి చూపెట్టండి ఆ పిక్చర్. రాకపోతే గుంజుకొని తీసుకోమని. ఎందుకంటే ధర్మం ఏంటో తెలవాలి, భగవంతుడి గొప్పతనం తెలవాలి. You should understand the greatness of God, right? And all glories to the director, who made this movie, and all glories to Satya Prabhu, who completely blocked it. That's why I wanted Satya Prabhu to come here, because we all want to glorify and chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for him.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
He's also like Arjuna. Why? Because he was ordered by his spiritual master, don't see movies. And what is he doing? He's not only seeing, he's taking everybody. That's the heart of a devotee. That's the heart of a devotee. Right? But don't take to any other movie. Huh? But they're telling you, see the essence of what we are doing, why we are doing. Right? And don't think God is a order maker who is going to make us do things that we don't like to do, or he doesn't understand our sentiments. Of course he understands our sentiments. Of course he respects our sentiments. And he has given us that free will to decide what is good for us. He has given us that free will. Right? So Prabhuji and Mataji is Sanatan Dharma. You're all born in Bharat Varsha. How fortunate are you? How fortunate am I? You are born in a place where we are given freedom to think, freedom to apply, freedom to do. But under the guidance of Guru Shastra Sadhu. You should take this. Otherwise, sentimentally, you can go and do anything you want to do. That's not the point, right? That's not the point. Arjuna is doing, but he's doing because Krishna is testing him to do. And Krishna tested more than Duryodhan, he tested Arjuna only. Krishna doesn't test Duryodhan. Krishna doesn't test people who don't come to satsangs. What is there to test? They are already burning to death. What is that? Sastunaru. Inko no dastam. Ante kada. Manam kuda dastam. We will also die one day. But what is the difference? After death, we will see Krishna. After death, Prabhu, we will see Krishna. Yes, we will see. Vida, if I don't see Krishna after death, I am going to do a big dharna. Outside, what is it? Yamaloka. Huh? No, I am not going to agree this. I am following Prabhupada's order. You are all following Prabhupada's order. Prabhupada told, chant 16 rounds, follow the regulative principles, serve the devotees. From the back door, I will take you back home, back to Godhead. Prabhupada. From the back door, I will take you. Let's do this sincerely. Let's not spare anything. Let's not deviate from this. దీని నుంచి deviate అయితే మనంత మూర్ఖులు ఇంకోరలేరు. You come to satsang and still you are not getting how fortunate you are the most unfortunate. People are not coming to satsang, they are anyway unfortunate. But they are not most unfortunate. Most unfortunate who have come to satsang, still they are thinking, ఏది బాగుంటుంది? ఏం చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది? మా చిన్నమ్మ మంచిదా? మా పెద్దమ్మ మంచిదా? మా మామ వచ్చింది ఇంటికి, మా బావ వచ్చింది ఇంటికి, సత్సంగం పోవాలన్నా పోవద్దా? అరే ఆ చుట్టాలు వచ్చింది ఇంటికి. ఇది మూర్ఖత్వం. ఇంకా అర్థం కాంటే సత్సంగం అంటే ఏంటో. వీఆర్ స్టిల్ నాట్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ దట్ వీఆర్ ద మోస్ట్ ఫార్చునేట్. చిన్నమ్మల్ని, పెద్దమ్మల్ని, మామల్ని అందరూ పట్టుకురాండి సత్సంగం. అదేనా? ఎవరు వచ్చినా భగవంతుని దగ్గర రావాలి. భగవంతుని దగ్గర రానివాడు ఎవడు? హిరణ్యకశిపుడు. ఎందుకండి హిరణ్యకశిపులు మనకు? మనం కూడా హిరణ్యకశిపులమే, కానీ ఎవరో తీసుకొచ్చిండ్రు. కొంచెం ప్రహ్లాదుడు భావనలు వస్తున్నాయి లోపల. How many people don't understand Telugu here? Go learn Telugu. You are in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. First I wanted to see this movie in Hindi. Then I felt, Telugu nenu? Na rattanlo Telugu undi. I'm not proponent of Telugu. मुझे हिंदी भी बहुत अच्छा लगता है. लेकिन मजा आता है ना लोकल लैंग्वेज में बोलने में, सुनने में. लेकिन इंग्लिश में क्या है? घिसा पीटा लैंग्वेज है. It is the greatest of Srila Prabhupada. He used English to glorify Krishna, which is actually impossible. English is a language of German dogs. Meaningless language. There is no respect only. You, me. हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? आप, मीरू, तमरू. ఎంత మంచి లాంగ్వేజ్ తెలుగు, ఎంత మంచి లాంగ్వేజ్ హిందీ. బట్ వీఆర్ ఫోర్సింగ్ అవర్ చిల్డ్రన్ టు లర్న్ ఇంగ్లీష్. But anyway, that's okay. As long as you use that English to read Bhagavatam, good. Use it. Use it for spiritual purposes. Then automatically it's purifying. Right? In ISKCON, we are forced to speak in English because many people are coming from different states, and that's the beauty of our country that we have so many languages. Right? But I suggest everybody learn Hindi also. One common language also we should have. Among the languages, you can choose one common language. I hope nobody is from Tamil Nadu here. Stalin's agents, nobody is there. No? Whatever it is, you should understand why it is being told. Don't try to go religiously, like, na Telugu, na Tamil, na Telugu, na Malayalam. That's Babu. Hindi kuda manade. Right? This also, but we need a common language to speak. Why does it have to be some Western language? It can be our own language. Right? Anyway, today's class is not about languages, but it's about understanding the Krishna's order and Krishna's expectation from all of us. Krishna's expectation from all of us is what? To follow his order? Yes, and to also take guidance through the same Paramatma inside. Now, who instigated Arjuna to not kill Ashwadama? Krishna only. There is one Krishna outside, one is Krishna inside. Outside Krishna is telling, Bhagavan Krishna is telling, kill him. And Paramatma Krishna is telling, spare him. Right? Highest principle. Always choose the highest principle in life. Decision making is very easy when it's yes or no. Right? Decision making is very easy when it's yes or no. Before marriage, our decisions are very easy. Yes or no. After marriage, you don't know. Yes or no. Whole life goes in that. You never understand. Keep fighting in the house, cats and dogs. Yes, చెప్పినా కదనే నేను నో చెప్పినా అట్లా నీ నోనే కదనే ఎస్ కానీ ఏం వర్కౌట్ కాదు. This is life. When the yes and no is not being understood, then come and hear Bhagavatam class, you'll understand. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srimad Bhagavatam Granth ki, Ashwadhama's not killing ki, with I got Premanand. Any questions? Any thoughts, reflections? What is in today's breakfast, Prashadam? That is my question. Any other questions? Thoughts? Any reflections? Prabhuji, చెప్పండి వీళ్ళందరూ పెద్దవారు కూర్చున్నారు ఇక్కడ మీ అభిప్రాయం. Yes, bro.
This I also while driving today I was listening to that same lecture from Prabhupada.
Really?
Yes, somehow. Yeah.
The heart of it.
This question still, Prabhuji, it is confusing. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan is saying that whatever I am saying, you have to follow. Now this time also, Arjuna followed at that time what Bhagavan was saying. This time, Bhagavan is saying that no, you have to kill. Still he said that how it's to decide. Like it is actually confusing, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Like here, why did he not obey at this point? He obeyed right all throughout, but not this time.
Yeah. See, Arjuna, it's very difficult to speak the heart of a devotee. I may not be able to. I'm just attempting to answer. Prabhu, when it is your personal loss, you have a decision to decide whether or not to do anything. But when it's about establishing dharma, there is no question of deciding. You have to follow. Here, when the war was starting, it was a question of establishing dharma. So there is no discussion. Because if we spare this Kauravas at this time, then the same example will be followed by all the other kings. They will do the same bad to the others and all. So Krishna told, beyond your personal loss. But I think this is a question of personal loss here at the end of the war. Already that what is done is done. Dharma is established and personal loss. So here Arjuna is able to convince Krishna that no, I will not kill. You can say this is also dharma, but then his wife also spared. He also decided to spare, and Yudhishthira Maharaj is also sparing. The greatest strength in a person is not the strength that he can execute on others, but the forgiveness that he can execute. Kshama is the greatest, strength of a person. And at the end of Mahabharat war, Arjuna is the strongest. Not because he was the strongest warrior, but because he had the ability to forgive. So we all have to learn from this that we should also try to forgive in life. Not to make everything right. It cannot work like that. This world will not be like the way we want it to be. Right? And the very person whom you think you have served whole life might do something which is very demeaning to you, and at that time you can execute your right saying that you are not supposed to do like that, whether it's your child or wife or husband or anybody, or you can just forgive. And when you forgive, Krishna is very happy, because the most forgiving person is Krishna himself. Right? He is forgiving everybody. He has given so many things. He has given sun, he has given moon, he has given food, he has given water. How many people in my home Ankura come outside their house and do namaskara to the sun that today you have come out, I am very grateful. How many do that? Barely people are doing that. Surya Namaskaram has become an exercise than a devotional offering. Right? But A devotee should do that. When you come out, see the sun. Thank you, Krishna. You have appeared in the form of this sun, and you are giving me life in this planet. Oh, when you're drinking water, oh, Krishna, you appeared as water. You're grateful. And why did I say this is because even though some people are not doing it, they're still getting water. They're still getting sun. Equal proportion. Huh? Not like sun is more in 473, less in 472. No, it's the same, right? Even though devotees are here, non-devotees are there, Krishna is same because he's the most forgiving. He's the most forgiving. And when Krishna says his quality is being exhibited by his devotee, he becomes very happy. Oh, you forgive? And actually, I heard in a lecture that Krishna cried. Tears came from his eyes when he heard Draupadi saying, spare it. And he couldn't believe that. Even I cannot forgive what you did, Draupadi. He told that to Draupadi. Draupadi, what you did, even I can't do. So he's glorifying. He's glorifying his dear devotee, Draupadi. As a mother, you could do that. You're great. You are really great. And then he glorified everybody. And of course, he did give the punishment to Ashwadama. That he'll never be happy. The wound will trouble him for the rest of eternity. And he'll have a long life. Even now, Ashwadama is somewhere. Maybe, I don't know, Kundapur, Madhapur, somewhere he'll be coming around. Right? But what choice does he have? You know, he did the wrong until the end of this. I don't know what is the age. Does anyone know? Until when he'll be there? The end of this Yuga? Yeah. On next post, he's getting very good post. He's getting promoted. In next birth, this very person who is Ashwadama is going to become Vedavyasa. He's going to become. Right? So there is a whole. So Krishna is also having a good future plan. After punishment, he can't see his child to be so much suffering. So he gives a great position again. Right? Why is he doing that? Krishna knows better. If anybody has more questions, please chant attentively, go back to Krishna and ask the questions. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Hare भगवान की, श्रीमनि प्रहलाद महाराज की, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की, महाअवतार नरसिंह देव मूवी टुडे इवनिंग फेस्टिवल की, my God Premanande. So, how many of you are from my home Ankura? Lift your hands. ఎవరు అంకుర నుంచి వచ్చారు? హరే కృష్ణ. Yes, you are all very fortunate. చాలా అదృష్టవంతులు మీరు. From Tridasha, how many have come from Tridasha? Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So nice. You're all very fortunate for the simple reason that the real estate value in this place is very high. Which is what I would have told maybe 20 years ago. But your real estate is Praveen Prabhu and Soma Mataji. Our entire Gachivali Satsang, one of the most exalted couples who are doing so much for Krishna is Praveen Prabhu and Soma Mataji. Soma Mataji is mother for all of us. And we are very fortunate that they are part of our satsang, but we are very unfortunate that they live a little far from our house now. But you are all very fortunate that they are very close to your house now. But you can become the most unfortunate by not coming to satsang. Why? మా పెద్దమ్మ వచ్చింది, మా చిన్నమ్మ వచ్చింది, మా మామ వచ్చాడు, నా కాకు వచ్చాడు, నా తాతలు వచ్చిండు. అదే. సో you're very fortunate. Don't take advantage of this provision, Mataji. Please. Life will go on. జీవితం వెళ్తూ ఉంటుంది. అందరు తీసుకురండి, నలుగురు తీసుకురండి, తీసుకొచ్చి వినిపియండి. How many liked Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam today? You all liked it? Yes, it is nice. It is nice because it is Bhagavatam. You can hear and read Bhagavatam every morning. If somebody wants to hear in Telugu, there is this Grace Balgovind Prabhu who is taking Bhagavatam every morning, 8:30 to 9:30. Beautiful Telugu language, Prabhuji can send.
And
Pranam Prabhu is taking, but very, very personally, in Zoom, lot of interaction.
Yes.
Balgovind Prabhu is taking. You want to hear in English, Sri Giriraj Prabhu is taking. Sri Giriraj Prabhu is here. Take his number, you can hear every morning, every single morning. Doing one Bhagavatam once in a week is another thing, but doing it daily. Just imagine our consciousness, how it will be when you hear Bhagavatam every day or read Bhagavatam. And Prabhuji himself is conducting 2 days in a week Bhagavatam reading on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, 8:30 to 9:30. You can just join by Zoom wherever you are. Prabhuji, our consciousness can be changed by us only when we do the right things. Right? Don't blame. Oh, I'm feeling very depressed, I'm feeling very oppressed, I'm feeling very whatever pressed. Why? Why you are feeling? Because you're not doing the right thing. If you're not taking the medicine, you'll always be in suffering only. Your medicine for everybody is Srimad Bhagavatam. So please attend these classes. There are many devotees here who are doing these classes. Many communities it is happening. Right? So take advantage. And the best part about the class, can anyone tell what is the best part of the class? We are going to do that now. Prasadam. So Prasadam. So after you go down, just go down. There is Pushpabhishekam. There will be petals there. So my humble request, if you don't have L4, L5, L6 problems, don't, please bend down and do Dandavat in front of Gaurnita. It's a very good day. They are in very merciful. Just now Abhishekam happened. So you all can do. And if you have L4, L5 problem like me, just stand and do Dandavat in your mind. Right? Okay, Hare Krishna. Please go ahead and after that honor Prasadam. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.